Hello and welcome once again to the Pillow Talk. My name is Ruth Aringo. We are glad to have you with us. We are happy we have whatever is in our hearts so that we can share it with you. Today we have our title as My Secret. So we are talking about secrecy in marriage today. Um, Many people, of course, have secrets. Actually, I think everybody has secrets that they keep. Things that you did when you were a teenager, as you grew up, and you're keeping them in your heart. Now, when it comes to being in a relationship or when you're married, the question sometimes we ask ourselves, can we share everything about ourselves, the plans that we have, our fears? Can we be vulnerable to our partners? Do you think it is a wise thing to be honest and just share everything about ourselves with our partners? Or do you think that it is wise to keep some secrets, to still hide a few things with us? Now, before we continue, I'm here with my husband. This is Ken Aringo, and together we are just going to share what God has put in our hearts. Yeah, so we are looking at the secrets, the little secrets that we could be having in our marriages that are hard to talk about. Much as we are saying that we are entitled to them, the question is, how vulnerable should we be? Okay, so before we go further, we'll just want to talk about the nature of secrets that we may be having in our marriages. So I'll give Ken a chance just to enlighten us on some of these.
Thank you, dear, for that wonderful introduction. And just giving us a background of when a secret is necessary to keep. I'm just wondering what would make someone want to keep information from someone that you have pledged
Yes.
to do life with. By nature, marriage calls for vulnerability. Marriage calls for openness, for honesty, if you like,
Yes.
brutal honesty. And so I think the underlying virtue we are looking at here is honesty. Is there a place whereby I'm honest with you, but I'll still not tell you this information because it is for our good? Where you say, I will not tell you, but I mean well.
Yes.
That is one of the things that will make, as I answer about the nature of a secret, what will make me want to keep something from you?
Could it be because I do not want to hurt you?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or maybe I just feel this is too much.
Yes, this would be too much for you to handle, or it would be too much for me
Maybe
to handle.
Maybe I've watched you how you behaved in an incident. Something
Yes.
happened and how you reacted. I'm like, hey, if that is how she could behave when she had
that
the,
so and
that I
so
lost her hair. Yeah, I
is
told
the
you a
one
story.
who did this. Yes.
You know, when I say, if that was me, I can. That's a deal breaker.
Yes.
Then I'm afraid now to tell you, because I'm here next to you and I have a more serious one than the one you reacted to.
Yeah.
That would make me keep a secret.
Yeah, so let's look at some of the kind of secrets that people may want to hide within their marriage. And one of the things I'm thinking
Put
about...
under lock and key.
Yes, you put them under lock and key. One thing that comes to my mind is maybe you have this person and you're just about to get married, or you're already married to this person, and you have never disclosed to this person that you have a certain condition, a medical condition. Okay? And we know that you may have had of people who have gotten into marriage and they have particular conditions they did not tell their spouses. And at one point within the marriage, the spouse gets shocked. Probably you fall sick.
You get an attack in the night.
You get an attack, and your spouse is shocked. You have never told him this.
Wow.
So illnesses, those are some of the things that people may fear, because you think that if you disclose this to your spouse, they may leave
you.
Yeah.
Or they start having a pity, on you.
Exactly.
Or vulnerable. Oh, you can't do this. Oh, now don't do this. So there are people who just by virtue, again, it's the environment of the family who are brought up in. There are people who their family secrets who are well kept.
Yes.
And so you walk into a marriage and you carry the same narrative of keeping secrets.
Or it could be your personality.
Or your personality. You're just what I call, you're economical.
Yes.
Too economical with words. And there are people who just blurt it out.
Yes.
I believe there's a place in which, especially in premarital or before people get into marriage, there's a place where I would highly support a couple to keep some things.
Okay.
Why? Because when there's too much revelation of yourself, when someone knows you too much before they commit, there's a way in which I've had incidents where people just say, I can't handle that.
Yes, because I'm imagining a situation where you are 5 years into the marriage or 10 years down the line into your marriage, and a 15-year-old boy walks in. Your auntie brings in a 15-year-old boy and says, voila, this is your husband's son, or this is your wife's son. And you're shocked. You had never been told. Your husband, your wife had never been told, had never told you that while he was in college or while she was in college,
Or
they
high school.
had this, or high school, they had this baby, and their mother, their parents had been taking care of the baby, and you're into the marriage, you already have children, and voila, this child walks in, and you're told this is your son. Do you think that this is something to keep away from your husband?
Wow.
Do you think it's something that is worth keeping away? Maybe because you fear that if you tell them that you have this 15-year-old boy or girl at home, they are going to run away from you, they'll walk away from you.
Well, yes, thank you. And I think I've had real life experience of what the picture you painted.
Yes.
And I remember how that case went. The person, after this revelation came about of a baby that was out there, now a teenager, it really broke the other spouse. I remember one that in that counseling meeting we had, it was just constant question of what else.
Yes.
What else if you can keep this away from me?
Yeah. What else are you keeping
what
away
else
from?
Are you keeping from
or what else will you keep away from me in the future?
And trust me, after that kind of revelation, it's never the same.
The trust is broken.
It's broken.
And there's a sense of betrayal. The other party feels betrayed.
Yes.
Yeah. Can I trust my spouse?
I would rather tell you and see and fear that you'll go. And if you must go, there are things I tell couples: if you must go, or if you must lose me, or I lose you because I told you information of that nature, so be it.
Yes.
Because it's a human being. How long will you hide a human being?
Yes. How long will
At one point they'll connect.
Yes. I'm imagining a situation where you have been married to this lady, and she gets into some kind of affair outside for one reason or the other. We don't know. And you think that you're happily married, you have your firstborn, and then you discover somewhere along the way, you're thinking maybe that you have two children. You're thinking maybe that the secondborn also belongs to you. But you discover along the way that the second child may actually does not belong, sired by somebody else, out of there's some affair somewhere that you never got to know. Do you think, if at all your spouse got into that kind of a scenario, do you think it's a wise thing for your spouse to tell you that, hey, my husband, baby number two is not yours. I am so sorry about this, but please forgive me. Let's think about that kind of a situation.
It gets more complicated.
It can be.
That's what I'm saying, the nature, the magnitude. There are things that any of us would struggle with. Just imagine being told that someone actually sired with my spouse.
Yes.
And I didn't know.
Yes.
It would break. But what if I knew?
Yes.
That has happened. I know that this is something that maybe will be based on the personality of the person.
Yes.
The kind of environment you've created for your marriage, or even the support system.
Yes.
Maybe you want to bring in a mature person. If you are to ask me, talking from the Christian perspective, I would like to say that however heavy it looks, always weigh the consequence of what if I kept this so well, and then another third party, or one day circumstance happens, and it comes out there. Would it be heavier? Would it be more harmful than if I'm the one who disclosed? Imagine if a malicious person from your office, a colleague who knew about the affair, came and broke it to your spouse. How would that be? You didn't do it yourself.
And so you're saying that it is better when you talk to your spouse,
you do it yourself
about it. Much as we may say that it's a double-edged sword. But at what cost would you keep a secret? Maybe you can ask yourself that kind of a question. Do I keep this a secret so that I save my marriage, or do I tell my spouse? It is a delicate balance. But when you choose to keep quiet, maybe you can ask yourself at what cost, because probably sometime in future, he may get to learn about it, she may get to learn about it. Yes. And think of a situation where you have addictions. okay, in within your marriage, there are addictions, and you do not, whatever kind of addiction, there are different kinds of addiction, and you do not want your spouse. Do you think it is a good thing to hide from your spouse things like addictions? Okay, I'm thinking of situations of plans that you may have. There was something I saw in the internet just the other day. There's this lady who built for the mother a
I saw that.
magnificent. I don't know whether you saw
I
that.
saw that.
Yeah, this lady
Mm.
decides to just reward the mother with a magnificent house, and she's so happy because she's appreciating what the mother did to her when she was still. You know how the mother took care of her.
Struggle with you.
Yeah, and then in
It's
secret,
crucial.
she just builds this magnificent house for her mother because she's appreciating her mother. But the spouse does not know. The husband does not know this. Okay, so here is the lady. The husband gets to discover one day, and what happens? He hits the roof, and the family of the husband can also not take it, and they send the lady away. Do you think the lady was wrong in keeping a secret and building the mother a home secretly? Was this lady wrong?
Well, I think the project,
Mhm.
even the intention,
Mhm.
building a nice house for your
Yeah,
parent,
yeah,
that's a noble thing.
it's a noble thing.
Great to do.
Mhm.
But where I got caught up even in that story
Mhm.
is I wonder the circumstances that made this lady not tell her husband.
Yes, yes.
Because it's not 20 bob, it's not
Yes.
20,000
Mhm.
to build a house in
Mhm.
this economy.
Mhm.
That would be quite some amount.
Yeah. Could it be that she felt
Yeah.
that maybe this is something she can't divulge to the husband? You know, there's some people, if you tell them, hey, I'm keeping 2 million in my account, you know, you tell your spouse, I'm keeping 2 million in my account, they'll go like, what, 2 million? And they'll go on overdrive, and they're like, hey, can you get that money out of your account so that we can use it? So probably you're trying to hide this money in the account to save you people for the future. You're trying to invest for the future.
Individually.
And because maybe you understand the weakness of your spouse, and you know
Money,
that
yeah.
if I tell my husband or my wife that I have 2 million shillings kept somewhere, they'll be like, hey, bring it, let's use it.
Yeah. What I think that's a catch-22, if you are to ask me.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a catch-22 because, I've said it's noble to want to build or even build your parents' house. The other thing is, remember now you're married. And there are things I believe that are such kind of amounts, money that can build a house, definitely would make the other spouse start feeling that there's so much you are doing, you can do it yourself, then you don't need me. Or that level of mistrust that you can't even let me know you are doing such a noble project for your parents. I imagine at that point, how does a husband feel when you and your mom or your side of family are working so many projects on your own? Me, I'm out.
Okay.
I feel like an outsider. I know couples have complained.
Yes.
I feel my wife and her mom, wife and her dad are buddies. Me, I'm out.
And these have broken, some of these things have
Marriages.
broken marriages. So what we're in agreement about is that it is good to be honest.
Please say.
Yes.
It may
But the
depend.
question that we need to ponder over is, to what extent can I be vulnerable?
Yes.
Yeah, with my partner.
The simplest answer, to the extent that I know my spouse
Yes.
well enough to know that if I say this, this is how they'll receive it.
Yes.
And if I keep this,
Yes.
maybe to a day when I feel that create an environment where the timing, that is the issue of timing.
Yeah. And we also talk about knowing what to share.
Yes.
Knowing what to share. It's not about everything.
Exactly.
But you know your spouse and know what to
This
share.
is why I can share.
The other thing we're talking about is the timing. Yes, the timing. You were saying something about
you create an environment. I believe there are times when someone is probably going through a situation like right now. Someone just lost a job. They have taken a pay cut. They're wondering how to deal with the scenario of what we're going through globally with the pandemic. And you bring in an issue that is just
a heavy issue. A heavy issue that somebody
maybe how they'll react that time. It's not how they react if they're more settled.
Yes.
You created an environment where both of you can handle what's going on. So the timing of what you want to share really matters.
Yes, so don't bring in an issue, a heavy issue, when probably this person is stressed or angry or grumpy. Check the best timing to tell to tell this person whatever information that you have. But know one thing, that the truth can never be hidden. There are three things that we cannot hide: the sun, the moon, and the truth. Those ones can never be hidden. They will always come out. Okay, so the question is, are you going to speak? Are you going to speak? Are you going to tell the truth? Are you going to be honest? Okay, but at the same time, of course, being honest, but asking God for wisdom as
Amen.
well.
And
We must speak in wisdom.
even
Yes.
as we just look at the nature, the timing,
Yes.
I believe that there's also the impact.
The impact, exactly.
The main reason couples or people keep secrets is I start imagining what
Yes.
impact will it
Yes.
have.
Yes, it can be
on us.
heavy.
It
Yes.
can be heavy. This could be a turning point to our marriage, to
Yes.
our relationship, to
One
our
may feel
courtship.
betrayed.
Exactly.
Yes.
And so we
Seriously
start
betrayed.
weighing the impact of that truth when it's out there, and we grapple with it, and we realize this one I can't.
Yes.
So remember that impact is again a two-edged sword. I may think it will be too much for you to handle, but if I keep it and it comes out one day, will I still be able to live with myself?
Yes.
The fact that when a spouse started telling, I wish you could even tell me, I would have reacted,
I would have handled.
but I would have handled
I
it
would have gotten over.
than keeping it away
Yeah.
from me.
Yeah.
So the impact is a main challenge that people struggle with.
Yes.
And so that tells you that we need to know each other.
Yes.
We need to make it our duty to understand our spouse and be clear that this thing that we're doing there's a level of honesty we cannot compromise.
Yes.
And I looked at a scripture from a wise man by the name King Solomon.
Yes.
He writes it in Proverbs chapter 12, verse 22. And he says, the Lord detests lying lips, but he delights in people who are trustworthy. He detests lying lips, but God delights in people who are trustworthy. So the issue is, can I be trusted? Are you trustworthy? Can even the spouse on the other end, when you're on the receiving end of a secret or information that is too much, can you be trusted to take care of the vulnerable person?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And sometimes when you find some of these things very heavy, you can also share with a therapist.
Yes.
Yeah. Please share. Reach out for professional help so that you can be guided on how to handle whatever is happening, the secrets within your marriage.
Or get a confidant.
Get a confidant. Exactly. Yes. So one thing we are agreeing on is that the truth will always come out.
You can't. Yes. I like what you said. 3 things that we can't.
We cannot hide
the sun,
the moon, and the
sun,
truth.
the moon, and the truth.
Yes.
Is there a truth that you need to get out there? Is there a lie that you kept for too long and it's burning in you after this? You're saying, you know what, guys? Ken and Ruth, you helped me. I'm gonna try. I'll get it out there. It's not gonna be easy, but I need to share it.
Yes.
That's our hope.
Yes. So we want to come to a conclusion with that, and want to thank you so much for being with us.
We don't take it for granted that you engage with us on this YouTube channel.
Yes. God bless you.